What's up, everyone? Welcome to JMD. We are here for a full album reaction. I am excited. This is absolutely my favorite band, and I'm so happy that we have a new album to go through. So we're going to be checking out Periphery. All right, Periphery's new album, A Pale White Dot. A Pale White Dot. Oh my gosh. We've already checked out, two previous releases. We had Mr. God, which was the first single that released, and then we had Everyone Dies Alone, and I've been playing those two songs relentlessly. I absolutely love them. I did see that Heaven on High released as a third along with the album drop. So hopefully with a video. So we'll probably be checking out that video once we get to that song. But I'm very, very, very excited to get to this. So let's get through the things real quick. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you'd like to check out more from the channel, please do so. Consider subscribing, like, share, comment, all the good stuff to get more videos in front of more people. If you'd like to check out videos from my other channels, they're all down here below. JMDPLAY, ClearTalk, Puzzling. If you see what you like there, consider subscribing to those as well. We're trying to grow all these channels. And grow the JMD Nation, and I'd love for you to be a part of that. So if you would, check all those out. You don't even have to add yourself to the notifications or whatever. Just subscribe. That would help out tremendously. It's free for you and helps out. All the channels. So if you want to do more, over here is Patreon there up at the top. $2 a month. You support any of the channels down below that you want to. Any of them to help grow those channels, to help grow Patreon, help grow the JMD Nation, and contribute to that growth how you would like to. And that would be amazing to help keep these channels going. Keep me doing this because I absolutely thoroughly enjoy doing all the content for all the channels for y'all. So become a part of the JMD Nation and become a part of all the channels. That would be amazing. I would love to see people on every single channel, the same people on every single channel. That would be amazing. If you're returning, you're freaking amazing. Welcome back. Keep coming back because you're what makes JMD Nation. So, all right. Well, we have, like I said, a Pale White Dot. 47 minutes, 12 songs. This is actually the shortest. It's the second shortest, because third shortest, because I think Alpha and Omega were both shorter than this album, but technically they're a double album, so it collectively is longer anyway. But whatever. But I'm still excited. So let's get to it. You can't hear that. I hate when this shit does that. All right. Let's back it up. This is interesting. This is different. I was wondering why it was so low. Okay. Okay. Interesting. I'm sorry. I was trying to pull up lyrics. I was trying to figure out why in the world it seemed so low, because it didn't make sense. Normally, it's like blaring in my ears. Figured out that it was the sound was, the volume was down. For some reason, I don't know why. Okay. But that was so much different. That was so interesting though. Obsession. All the noises are distorting. I wanna tear out my skin. Sick with a never-ending season. No medication for a voice of reason. This obsession, all-consuming and so deafening. Wreckage for certain. Closing the curtain. The crash is for certain, and no one survives. Nothing but carnage in my sight. Some days I dream about the sunlight. But then I wake inside the boundless nightmare but myself. I'm inside myself. I'm beside myself. Close my eyes to see the light. The crash is for certain and no one survives. Nothing but carnage in sight. And the crash is for certain and no one survives. All that is cherished surely will die. Crack the shell of my decay. Hearing a loop struck on replay. Accelerate to nowhere. Wreckage for certain. Closing the curtain. Crack the shell of my decay. Hearing a loop stuck on replay. Accelerate to nowhere. Okay. All right. Interesting. But it is so different from what we normally hear and get from Periphery. But I still liked it. But it's like just an entry song. So anyway, okay. All right. Talk. Next song is called Talk. Let's go. This is a different. That is trashy. Woo. Oh. Ugh. This one's actually a decent timed song. Like, it's easy to talk and walk away. Yeah. All right. Into Mr. God. Bum, 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 bum. This song is so good. Get some bounce. And then hit it. This solo here is so good. Simple. So nasty. Spencer is like getting vicious with his vocals, man. I mean, that's what I've seen so far in all first three songs. He's like really digging deep into his vocals. Just shows how much work he has done with his vocals and improving them. I should have played the video for that one. This is supposed to have a video, but the video is not available. Huh. Okay. We won't worry about it. Let's just focus on the music. I might do a separate one looking at the video. But it's interesting that this is the third one that they chose, so. He's playing with his vocals too here. Around about like. Their drops have been drops more into like a kind of poppy light, but not, I don't know how to explain it. That is so good. Ooh, where are we going? This sounds like some stuff from genre. Is it? Wait a minute. Oh my God, rip it. I mean, the lyrics and the sound is just... Oh. It's like they were musically ripping the sky apart. Such an abrupt ending. Okay. Unlocking. A lot of sweet lyrics from like vocal. Been a long time in change, so I'm unlocking myself. Ooh. That was so offbeat. He's playing a lot in his lower register. It sounds different, but cool as hell. Spitzer's crazy, man. When you think he can't like do anything different, it's like twangy and funky, but like he's bending his vocals and his notes in a way that he doesn't normally do. It's fucking good. And chains. Woo. And they love being nostalgic and like pulling from like you would say yesteryear or whatever, pulling stuff from the 2000s, pulling stuff from the 90s, even the 80s. They're big gamers. They've done a lot of gaming sounds and stuff within their music. But this feels like actually pulling from an era's musically, like pulling from like his vocals even. It's like he's connecting to some sort of I don't know. This even feels 80s like an 80s. I hate to say pop, not really pop, but like an 80s style. Soft rock kind of vibe. I don't know, like I don't even know. It's different where he's dropping it. He's dropping into his softs, but in his like lower register soft, which he doesn't really normally do. And when he normally is doing lower his softs, it's more up his more mid upper register. But he's letting it drop in and like into this like soothing like she doesn't, like I said, he doesn't normally do. It's different. It's pretty cool. Really, really cool. Subhuman is next. I'm sorry, I'm trying to not stop that much, but and this one is featuring Will Ramos, so I feel like this is probably going to get pretty hard. This is going to get probably pretty vicious. So let's go. All right, they're both together here in the next section. Oh, I'm gonna point out. I hate stopping. Oh, that makes me mad. I'm pissing myself off. If you're looking along with the lyrics, which I'm not even sure you can, even the way I've got it, that you can still see it, and that's just shortening them up even more. That's annoying. Should I do this in a different way? Like this, but like all the way across, and then this up here. That's not going to help me if a video comes up. But I was just thinking if I can. That's not going to work very well either. That's just anyways, if you can if you can see them, if I go over 150, it just makes it all weird. It's regular. I'm thinking this is the way it's going because it's got Spencer Statello in regular font and then Will Ramos in like italics. And then you'll see like all of this is in regular font until you get down here. The note and there where it says no pain is no fun. Prey upon the numbers, watch as they run. Prey upon the numbers, watch as they run. This is in italic, so I'm thinking this is wheel, and that's the way they laid it out here in the lyrics. And then it does the same thing down here. There's regular, and then there's italics, and then here it's all Will Ramos, and this whole entire verse here. So I think that's the way they're doing it here. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna back this up because I hate the fact that I just stopped like that. So we're gonna start it back over. All right, let's go. That's Spencer. Will Ramos here. It's about to get hard, bro. Will is wild. But they met him. They met him. Hell, even Spencer's almost meeting him. And then, of course, okay, I'm swapping this out. I went to my preferred lyric site, which is A to Z. I never really have cared for Genius, but that was what first popped up a minute ago. But I just never really have liked them. Okay. Because here I can bring up all the way to 200 and make it real nice and big for you, and it goes full screen. Okay, that was wild. Will is wild. They met him though. I mean, musically, Spencer even was digging into his deepest growls that he can pop in, that he can do. That was vicious. That was Will Ramos is wild though, dude. I don't particularly listen to Lorna Shore, and it's because of that. It's the kind of growls that I don't like. I don't mind it in him being featured here because it's just one song. It's not like I've got to listen to every song like that, or most of the songs like that. So I don't mind that. I mean, it's taken a lot really for me to get around Spencer doing it as much as he does in Periphery. Although, you know, he's pretty balanced. I like a good balance. I don't mind harsh vocals at all. I like a good balance of it though, and he does a very good balance of it. He plays it where it needs to be played very well. But I don't really listen to Lorna Shore because it's mostly just that. And although I know Will can sing, and I've heard him sing, but his type of growls where he gets into all the different like snorty like growls, pig sounding squeals, and all like he does all kinds of weird shit. While I respect the vocal training and the vocal like extensity like of what he does, it's just not really my cup of tea. But that was, I mean, I think that is the shortest song on the album, though. Yeah, that's the shortest song on the album. But they smacked it. Okay, all right. Here we are. Let's go on. Let's move on. Blackwall. All right. Blackwall, and it looks like we're. They realized how heavy they hit on that one, so they're chilling out on this one. It sounds like. So let's go. Again, he's reaching into a vocal phrasing, a vocal accompaniment that he doesn't typically do. Periphery fans, probably a lot of Periphery fans are probably not gonna like this song. I mean, unless it takes a complete different turn. I particularly like it. I don't care, but this is like the silhouette of this album. Interesting. Interesting. All right, Malevolent. See what they cook here. This sounds like it could be on Periphery 2 or maybe even 1. Just more modern like, I guess. Which should make a lot of people happy. I felt like he was going to do something different there. It was a very dramatic song. This is like the draw cool grass of this album. All the pinches and Carry On. You only got a few more left. He's doing his vocals with a lot of ambience, a lot of reverb. Well, not a lot, but The push and pull. The push and pull, man. Like this. That's what I love about Periphery, Holly. You just don't know what to expect. You really don't. There you go, come on. Dum, 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 dum. Ah. That was good. I liked that song. I really liked that song. Neon Valley. I really liked that song. This is 5 minutes and 2 seconds. Like the second longest on the album. Yeah. He's staying in that calm lower register. That's like a vocal thing he's done this whole album.
Take
One thing I've also noticed is I don't think he's actually said a cuss word yet. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, and then we've got, of course, our second one, Everyone Dies Alone. This is a just magnificent song.
Joyful ignorance, drop everything that I have and go. Half asleep behind the wheel, not sure what I'm supposed to feel.
Still holding on to the life we know.
Give me all your pain!
Also beating, the heart stops. The heart stops beating, a love so fleeting.
I can bear to understand.
The heart stops beating, a love so fleeting. We're leaving them on their own. Through the tears and grieving, the world keeps breathing, but everyone dies alone.
Drifting off to
The void from being nothingness. Not a sign, not a sound of you know it's not true. Drifting off to the void, find peace in nothing, 'cause everyone dies alone. To the void, peace and nothingness. Not a sight, not a sound, just is all that's left. Drifting off to the void, find peace and nothing. 'Cause everyone dies alone. Everyone dies alone. All right. And Pale White Dot is an instrumental. That's 3 minutes and 9 seconds. Hmm. Well, that was beautiful. That was like purely beautiful. A pale white dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So these are the songs. I don't know why I didn't register that already. And the pale white dot's the last song. Huh. This was an interesting album. I feel like, just like generally speaking, I feel like as far as say Periphery fans, and I'm not an original Periphery fan. I came in well, my first album was the Juggernaut album. The double album. Although I had already heard Periphery before that, I had heard one of the songs off of the Clear EP. I can't think of this. This is Spencer's song. Off of the Clear. I can't remember the name of the song. But I had heard that song first before hearing. Well, yeah. I mean, actually, that was the first. That was like the only song I think I had heard of Periphery before. Before buying the Juggernaut album, because I had heard the song and I like absolutely loved that song. It's at this point it's kind of pissing me off that I can't remember the song. The Paradise of Ashes. Yeah. I mean, the Parade of Ashes. Shit, not Paradise. The Parade of Ashes. I had first heard that song, and I happened to, I think and maybe I literally just heard the song. I don't think I just heard the song before going into Best Buy, but it probably hadn't. I've heard it a couple of times, but I was in Best Buy looking. I don't even know what I was looking for. I probably wasn't even technically looking for Periphery. I was looking for probably somebody else. And I happened to come across, it happened to be when the Juggernaut album came out, and it was a double album. As if you're a Periphery fan, you know that, but if you're not, then it was a double album, concept album, and I saw it. It was like on the outside, like on a display, not even in the main. It was like on a display shelf on the outside of the gondolas for the for the albums. So like center as you walked into the music area. It was on the outside, and I was like, Periphery. I was like, I remember I heard a song from them, and I really liked that song. I was like, huh. I wonder what this album is. And it was a double album. Like, this is pretty interesting. I'm gonna buy this, and I bought it. I bought it out of the blue. I don't normally even do that, but I bought it out of the blue, and listened to it, and absolutely fell in love with that double album, concept album. I was like, this is the most amazing music I think I've ever heard. It was again a roller coaster, a ride, a storytelling experience that not only lyrically but musically, it was like sounds and just something I hadn't heard before. It's hard to even explain it. It's hard to put words into it. And I was like, this is amazing. And I listened to that album over and over, hundreds of times. There's no telling how many times I heard that, listened to that song, that album. Both Alpha and Omega. Although, again, that was the harshest that I have ever gotten into, like, into like progressive metal, or into metal period. That was like the hard, like his vocals were like the hardest I'd ever really accepted, I guess you could say. So even when it come to even there, I preferred Alpha over Omega because Omega was so much harder, And I was like, ugh. But then the more and more I listened to it, and the more and more I listened to it, Omega started to like. I started getting used to it. I started getting it, like, even when it come to Alpha, MK Ultra on Alpha, I would skip that song because it was so heavy. I was like, I can't take that. Like, it's so heavy. But I love everything else. But now I absolutely love MK Ultra, and even like I said, Omega, that Omega album, I love listening to Hell Below, Omega, all the I mean they're so harsh and so just like it just brings something out of you, and I loved it. And when and I didn't even go back. I didn't go back at all to the Periphery 1 or 2 until after Periphery 3. I listened when Periphery 3 come out. I'm like, this is different. This isn't quite like Juggernaut. And it took a little bit for me. Like, I didn't particularly like P3 at first. And I'm like, maybe I need to check out more of Periphery than maybe I don't know them the way I thought. And so, but I listened to more and more Periphery 3, and I went back. I started with 1, and I listened to Periphery 1. I was like, ooh, okay, wow. I don't really like this. It was so chaotic and crazy, in my opinion, that I just couldn't get into it. I found myself just like, I don't know, I can't really get into this. But then Periphery 2, I went to Periphery 2, and I'm like, hopefully this is not, because how could you go from Periphery 1 to Juggernaut? Like, there's got to be some kind of balance there. And then again, I already knew Parade of Ashes. Although I didn't know it come from the Clear EP. I hadn't heard the Clear EP at that point either. But I did Periphery 2, and I'm like, okay, whoa, this is different. And I absolutely fell in love with Periphery P2. And then I found Clear, fell in love with Clear. And then I got back to to 3. So I'm like, okay, I'm seeing where they're coming from. I saw how the growth has happened from P1 to P2 to Clear to Juggernaut, now P3. Let's go back to P3. And I went back to P3, and I listened to it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, to the point that eventually P3 has pretty much become my absolute favorite Periphery album. Even after Hail and Gent is not a genre, and like, it still stands to me as probably, for me, their best album. But even that is not like it's barely the better. Juggernaut will still always stand kind of alone, in my opinion, though, from all of them. Like, I almost separate Juggernaut from all the rest of them, because it is it just, I don't know, I think it deserves to stand alone. But so I you know, again, my point in all saying is I kind of, you know, I started I guess you could argue, I guess halfway, maybe not quite halfway into the, and had to go back, and then, you know, but so original fans, which, you know, P1 fans that originated with the band, they've had problems. You know, some of them have argued that, you know, it's the best album and none of the others will ever touch it, and blah blah blah. You know, it was a whole different fan base, I guess. But ever since, like, I would look back and say, you know, P1, while I can see its technicalities and its, you know, it was able to show what they could do, but also show where they needed to grow, in my opinion. Because it was like a cram all kind of album, in my opinion. And then P2 is when they started really, like, slicing through that chaos and really honing in what was to become Periphery, what set up for the rest of these albums, and what I think is just brilliance. But this album I can see for like original, like even some that may have recently come into the fold, like in Hailstan or even Gender's Not a Genre. This one, I'm not even sure that this is going to per se hit with them. I don't know, maybe a little bit. Some songs. But like but I would even wonder if hardcore Periphery fans would like this album. But for me, it shows a further growth. It shows a further maturity in them musically and even in Spencer lyrically. And his continuation to evolve his vocals, to evolve how he addresses his vocalizations and how he addresses creating, the sound that he's wanting to create, the feeling that he's wanting to create in you as you listen, I think is maybe even more interesting. This is, in my opinion, maybe the most mature album they've ever done. And I think they even stated that this was the most personal album that they've ever done, which I don't know if that was on Spencer himself personally, like lyrically, or like the whole group, even like every part is like the most personal or whatever. I don't know. But I feel like lyrically, it certainly does seem kind of personal for Spencer. Like I don't know how to, like, looking at life, looking at existence, and all these explanations for it, but like the disconnect of some of those explanations, and how it just doesn't, it as much as you want it to feel like home or feel like connected to any of those explanations, it makes it's hard to, for him personally, I think, and I can understand that. I can vibe with that, because it just doesn't seem like what we are told oftentimes is the point, or that there is a meaning, or there is concern, or there is care or thought in our existence. Ultimately, for some, surely that's hard to feel or identify to. I feel like there's somewhere in there that's what I'm taking from it. I could be way off. And then ultimately ending with everyone dies alone. Like, even through all this journey, and whether you find your meaning or not, and whatever that means for you, but ultimately you die alone. Or that's the outcome that he has fallen to, which I completely understand. I don't know. I can feel that it's a very personal album, and there's not a lot, even with him lyrically. Again, like I said, he literally doesn't even. Everyone Dies Alone is the first song that has an explicit expletive in it, the F word, and it's one time. None of these have any, and he's like spitting them left and right, or other things. So even in his anger, he wasn't even being. He was reserved. He was calm. He was. I don't know. It just shows. It does show quite the maturity. I think this is going to be one that's going to grow on people, but it's going to take some time. It might not be like a full on like obsession with the album, like there was on Jenner's Genre or even Hill Stand. This one is going to be one of those that I feel like probably is going to be like P3. It's going to take a second, but then once you flirt it over and over and over again and you've kind of settled yourself into it, it's going to become a probably potentially top album of theirs. That's what I think. Yeah. As far as like my favorite, I think ultimately Everyone Dies Alone is my favorite song. But ones that hit really close, Carry On is really freaking good. I would say the Heaven on High is really freaking good too. Heaven on High is good. Talk is really good. I mean, they're all really good. Subhuman probably is my, I guess, arguably my least favorite. I guess because it just, and while this is no disrespect to Will Ramos or anything, it felt kind of like heavy for heavy's sakes to some degree, kind of like Everything Is Okay was on. And while I actually like that song, I don't know. I'm just going to take a little bit more listens, and then hell, who knows? Subhuman might become one of my favorites. I don't know. But right off the bat, though, again, I think Everyone Dies Alone is most definitely my top favorite. Like it's just such a freaking good song. It is like, it's just so good. Carry On, though, is really good. Heaven on High is really good, I think. Unlocking actually was pretty good. Black Whale just kind of there. If all the songs that they've done that to be kind of like palate cleanser like songs or songs that break from the rest of the album, Black Wall might be one of the oddest, I think, if I'm being honest, because I actually really like Silhouette on Gin Is Not a Genre. And I also really liked Crush, which was that one for Hill Stand. I really liked Crush. A lot of people didn't like it. I actually thought Crush was a banger. Catching Fire is one, I think, for P3 that people were like, whatever. That's one of my favorite songs on that album. Catching Fire is fucking fire. I don't care what anybody says. The way the news goes is my favorite on that album, outside of Loon and Marigold, but Catching Fire is fucking good. And of course, I don't think the Juggernaut didn't have any really off the wall anything on it. I mean, maybe some people think Heavy Heart was kind of odd, but it's not. It's a fucking good song. Everything on those are good song. Everything on Clear is a fucking amazing. Erased probably is the most different song on P2. Absolutely my favorite song on P2. It's fucking amazing. That was just an extension of P1, really. And I honestly can't even speak on P1 because I've only listened to it a few times, to be honest, and I don't really know it well enough to be like, this was a really good one, or this was the off the wall one, or whatever, or this was the out of step one, because I feel like the whole album was a little out of step. So, but yeah, so that's my take. Anyways, sorry, I know I'm prolonged. I'm just talking at this point, but it's my favorite band, and I like talking about Periphery because they've been such a huge, they've had such a huge effect on me, in the way I view music, in the way I play music, the way I play the drums. The way, maybe even the way I judge music. I don't know. And have led me to a lot of other bands that I would probably never have found or never would have given the chance if I hadn't given Periphery a chance, I guess I could say. Anyways. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me. I'll let it go at that. The album is really freaking good. I'm going to listen to it like crazy, just like I have all of their albums. And maybe at some point I'll come back and do a, I don't know, whatever, 3 months later or 6 months later or a year later. I don't know. What do I think about it? I don't know. Let me know if you want me to, but yeah, really good album. So thank you very much for joining me. Until next time, peace. JMD, I'm out.